see, Oracle, you like the spooky stuff. You wanted to come hear about the Boo Hag, huh? All right. You're just like your mama. You love a good folklore story. Imagine going to sleep in your own bed and waking up more tired than you were before. Your body feels heavy and your chest feels tight. And for some reason, you can't shake the feeling that you weren't alone last night. Now imagine this. What if something was wearing your body while you slept, walking around in your skin, living your life, and slipping out before you ever woke up? In Gullah Geechee Folklore, they have a name for that: the Boo Hag. What's good in the YouTube hood? It's your girl Luna Nova, and I'm back with another one for y'all today. Welcome back to the Mystic Muse, where we dive into the creepy, the conspiracy, and the downright strange. And for a creepy ass creature to be stealing your skin in the middle of the night and wearing it, y'all know this is about to get strange. Welcome back to the Mystic Muse, and welcome back to Folklore Friday. In our last episode, we talked about the Gullah Geechee people and how their culture, spirituality, and traditions shape some of the most powerful folklore for the American South. And today, we're stepping into one of the most chilling and widely known spirits in that culture, the Boo Hag. This isn't just a ghost story, it's a warning. The Boo Hag is a spirit, sometimes described as a witch, that doesn't have its own skin. So what does it do? It steals someone else's. According to the folklore, the Boo Hag rides people, meaning it enters their body while they sleep, controls them, and drains their energy. And when it's done, it slips out of their skin before morning, leaving the victim exhausted, disoriented, and confused.
Yes, it is the same for Boo Hags, and let's talk about it. The commenter I'm replying to is actually a really dear friend of mine, and so she knows that my family, at least on my mom's side, is Cajun, so I grew up hearing a lot of Cajun lore and Southern mythology. And while the Rougarou still remains my number one, the Boo Hag is still a really fun one to talk about. And I want to talk about the history first, because this is something that evolved because of African roots taking hold in the Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida. Now, I do know about the Boo Hag, but I'm going to preface this by saying I know next to nothing about the Gullah Geechee culture from which the Boo Hag was created, other than I know that it is remnants of African culture maintained by slaves in the Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida. But let's get back to the monster that I know about, the Boo Hag. The Boo Hag is a vampire-like creature that often appears as a woman who at night sheds her skin, is basically just this sinewy, muscly figure who roams through the shadows. Where a traditional vampire drains you of your blood, Boo Hags drain you of your essence via your breath. This makes the victims appear very sluggish, very tired, very slow, very lethargic. It disguises itself by stealing the skin of its victims and walking around in the daytime, only showing its real form at night. So how do you stop a Boo Hag? If you can capture a Boo Hag and prevent it from returning to the stolen skin before sunrise, then it dies. Since it's a haint, it can't enter into any building that's painted haint blue, which is like a pale blue. And where this comment is coming from, if you distract it, it has to count anything sprinkled in front of it. So the common defense is to throw salt, pepper, or broom bristles at it, so it has to count them. And this is why, especially in Appalachian homes, you see brooms on the front porch. It's not to sweep it up, it's to prevent Boo Hags from getting in. Because they see it, they have to count it.
Now, this is where the folklore gets a bit disturbing. The Boo Hag is said to peel off its own skin, or exist entirely without one. Then it borrows yours, and not just your body, your voice, your movement, your identity. Which means while you think you're sleeping peacefully, something else could be out in the world, pretending to be you. In many cases, victims report feeling like they didn't get any kind of sleep at all. Like something was pressing down on them. Like they were being held in place. Almost like sleep paralysis. In Gullah Geechee tradition, this is often called being ridden. And this concept doesn't just exist in one culture. Similar stories stretch across the African diaspora and globally. Experiences where people wake up unable to move, feel intense pressure in their chest, and sense a presence in the room with them. Today, scientists call it sleep paralysis, but folklore has often had a different explanation for the phenomenon. It's important to understand that stories, like the Boo Hag, weren't just created to scare people, they served as spiritual warning. Warnings about protecting your energy, being mindful about who you allow in your space, and recognizing when something is not what it appears to be. In many traditions, the idea of something wearing your skin symbolizes deception, something that looks familiar but isn't safe. Gullah Geechee Folklore doesn't just give you the problem, it gives you protection. Some traditional methods of protection against the Boo Hag would include placing a broom by the door. The spirit is said to stop and apparently count every straw, keeping a Bible near the bed as well. Of course, prayer and spiritual protection rituals, as well as maintaining strong spiritual boundaries. The idea behind these practices is simple. Spirits that rely on deception don't do well in protected spaces.
Oh, nah, baby. You're not safe even if you lock yourself behind closed doors, because there's your everyday garden variety haint, which is a restless spirit, but then you have yourself the boo hag you have to worry about now. Boo hags differ from boo daddies. Boo hags are said to be women, not just any women. More times than not, they're colored women. During the day, they look like everyone else, until nighttime comes. After they already found their target and they designated their target, trail them home, find out where they live. Once when nighttime comes, they'll go around in that local area around the woods and they will take off their daytime flesh that allows them to pass as everyone else. And what crawls up out of that skin is a decrepit, wide-eyed, sunken-in-eyed, no-lipped, teeth-bearing, straggly, few-haired creature that comes up out of that skin. Locking yourself behind closed doors is not going to do nothing because even the smallest crack that is there, they can get in. They can simply get in through your window, reason why you need to keep the blinds shut at night. And don't even bother trying to look through the peephole if you hear scratches, knocks, or anything like that. Just by the simple sight of them trying to get in, mm-mm. And for the unlucky victims of a boo hag, when they're able to get in, they find you to your bedroom. They climb on top of you as you sleep. You're pinned down, unable to move. The only thing you're able to do is have your eyes open and just witness what's going on, like a weight is on your chest. They antagonize you in your sleep, feeding off your breath. Now they say, if you scream, there's a chance that you may become a boo hag yourself. Once when they take your breath. But when they ride you and drive you to exhaustion, feeding on your last breath, they're able to claim your skin and walk about in the real world as you. Unlike the Plat Eye, there's many ways to defend yourself against a boo hag and your everyday haint too. Shoot, boo hags and your everyday haint, they have counting fetishes. Reason why they say leave rice by your bed. Reason why they say, have rice scattered around. Have straw brooms and things like that. Have something that will cause them to count. The smaller the better. The multitude the better. They have a big counting fetish. All it does is distract them. But the main way to get rid of them is to trap them in blue bottles. Why do you think bottle trees is a big thing? You trap them in blue bottles. In the light of the sun, they can't handle daylight. Or if you're brave enough, go out into them woods and find the skin of the boo hag. Oh, take it and trap their skin. They'll beg you to give it back. Gains power over that witch is what boo hags are formed after.
According to the folklore, signs that you may have been ridden by the Boo Hag would include waking up exhausted for no reason, feeling like time passed differently in the night, unexplained body aches or heaviness, hearing whispers and movement while you're half asleep, sensing a presence is watching you, and of course the traditional sign of not being able to move while you're in that in-between sleep state. Now, are these just natural sleep disturbances or something more? It seems that depends on who you ask. The reason why the Boo Hag story has lasted so long within Gullah Geechee folklore, as well as folklore around the world, is because it explains phenomenons that people experience today. And I mean experiences that are exactly like it. To this day, people describe waking up unable to move, feelings of something that was sitting on their chest, sensing another presence or even a person in the room with them, or even hearing their name being called. And when experiences like this happen, folklore becomes a way to understand the unknown. Okay, now me personally, I don't dismiss stories like this away as just folklore, because too many people across too many cultures describe the same exact experiences, but just in different ways. And when a pattern repeats like that, I pay attention. Whether you call it sleep paralysis or some kind of spiritual attack, or maybe something else entirely, the feeling of not being alone when you should be, yeah, that's definitely real. But the Boo Hag isn't the only spirit that apparently roams through the swamps and the coastal lands of the Carolinas. There are other entities, warnings, stories that get even stranger. So the next time that you wake up feeling like you didn't sleep at all, like something was just a little too close to you in the dark, you might want to ask yourself one question. Were you dreaming or were you being ridden? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Have you ever experienced something like this? Sleep paralysis, strange dreams, or the feeling that something or someone was in the room with you? And next time on Folklore Friday, we're going deeper into the swamps, talking about another chilling figure from Gullah Geechee folklore, the Plat Eye. But until then, make sure you keep that broom by your door, and maybe don't fall asleep so easily tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here so I can edit this one and push another one for you guys, because I have a lot more research to do because this mini-series is not stopping. I'll see you guys again for the next Folklore Friday. Ta-ta for now.